So here is the Aldi haul for today. I'm going to go ahead and start with all the 0-point foods. I thought that'd be a really easy place to start. So starting off with the eggs. If you'll remember, about a month ago, I was really nervous because the eggs were $1.79 a dozen. Well, the good news is they are still down at 69 cents a dozen. The limit is 6. So of course I bought 3. We do, by we I mean I eat a lot of eggs. I go through 2 or 3 every morning, and more if I'm feeling extra hungry that day. Throughout the day I'll have them as a snack, or I'll boil them and have them on a salad. But I always, with this egg price, I'm kind of getting nervous that it's going to go up again, and so I bought 3 dozen. I don't think I'll ever buy 6 dozen at a time, but I bought 3 dozen just to stay on the safe side. Bananas were 44 cents a pound today. These mushrooms were $1.49 for this pack. Usually when I put them in the fridge, I just take off the plastic wrap and keep them in this container and put them in the crisper. That way they don't go bad too fast. Tricolored peppers are a family favorite, especially with my kids at meals. They will go through a pepper per meal when offered, and so it's just nice to get those. Good vitamins in them and a variety of colors. Yellow squash will mostly be eating for me. I will probably roast up yellow squash with the onions that I have here that were a nice price. The Brussels sprouts that were on sale this week. It's probably something else I'll add. And I might even add a potato or 2, and I'll get to those later. So as far as more 0-point foods, these apples, the Honey Crisp apples were on sale this week. I'll put the price up for you. They're on sale until next Tuesday. They're a perfect size for my kindergartner to take every day. Of course, we were out of apples today, so he had to take some blueberries for snack. But this is the perfect size, and he reports that he eats the whole apple every day. Another 0-point food that I didn't skip out on this week was some mixed greens, so I can make myself salads, especially as my family, we're trying to cook one meal for our entire family. We have a 3-year-old, a 5-year-old, and then my husband, who is not on any sort of specific diet. We are trying to focus on cooking meals that we will all enjoy, and sometimes that means that they're a little heavier in points for me. So I like having salad, mixed greens like this on hand, or even these Romaine Hearts on hand, so that I can put together a salad for myself just to add more bulk to my meal without going out of the range of points. It's been a real struggle for me lately because I have wanted to eat with my family. We have made it a priority to make one meal, and I have not been making it a priority to also stay within my points. So this is one way that I am trying to prepare myself to do my best on the WW program without sacrificing or making 2 completely different meals, one for my husband and kids and one for myself. So this is my way of trying to find that happy medium where I'm not cooking a million things and that we are all enjoying something together. I already told you about the Brussels sprouts. They were on sale this week. Did I already say that? They were $1.59, I believe. Mini cucumbers are also a favorite of my kids. When we go places for lunch, or we go like to the museum and we know we're going to stay through lunch, I always pack, now I just pack an entire cucumber because they'll just sit there and eat it end to end. Well, I won't say that. Usually if they have these little pieces at the end, that's what I get handed back to me when they are all finished. It's just this little end with a little stem on the end. Peaches were on sale this week too for 99 cents a pound. So I'm excited for the kids to dig into those. I love it when the peaches are nice and juicy. That way my kids don't miss dessert because they think the peach is dessert, and that works for all of us. Unsweetened applesauce. This is a 0-point food on WW also. I love having this on hand because my kids like it, and if I'm feeling a little bit snacky and I need something sweet, this is a great go-to. Other 0-point foods that I use to bulk up our taco nights. Now, I'm the only one that eats black beans or these fat-free refried beans, but if I use anywhere between 1/4 to 1/3 of a can of each of these with our Taco Tuesdays or Taco Wednesdays, whatever night tacos fall on. But I use 1/4 to 1/3 of a can of each of these to bulk up. Sometimes I go without the meat that my family is eating, especially if I want an extra taco. Then I just skip the meat and have an extra taco shell. And that reminds me, I forgot taco shells, but we're good. So anyhow, this is how I bulk up my taco nights so I can eat within my points, but still feel satisfied and not have to sacrifice anything. I don't know if I already showed you the squash, but it's another 0-point food. The ground chicken that they have at Aldi is not ground chicken breast. So this usually rings up as 4 ounces for 3 points because it does have not just the breast, but some of the darker meat in this ground chicken mixture as well. But this is what we use for our tacos. We used to use ground turkey, but ground chicken is just a little bit cheaper and no one notices. So I save the extra 50 cents and get the ground chicken. To bulk up some more of my meals, I use chicken breast because it is a 0-point food on WW. And although it is 0 points, you still need to watch your portions because it's not 0 calories, as people will remind you in meetings. But I do like the thinner sliced. I know for a while I was getting the big, huge breast pieces, chicken breast pieces, and it's just too much for 1 serving. So with the tenderloins, I can, choose 2 or 3 based on how hungry I am, and it won't be, I can kind of vary my size that way instead of just cutting a chunk of chicken breast off. I can just cook enough for myself. Or if we're cooking for a whole family, then we can use more. They're very versatile. They're $2.79 a pound. This whole pack was $6.81 today, and that was not a special price. The mozzarella cheese, my daughter only eats mozzarella shredded cheese when she's offered cheese. So that's what we got. The kids have also been into yogurt parfaits again lately. I love it because they cut up their own fruit to put on top. They add granola, and that usually is like an activity and breakfast all in one. And so I am happy to oblige. It also gives them practice on their knife cutting skills and in a safe way because they use Pottery Barn Kids knives, and so they're not sharp at all, but they're still able to cut through soft things like fruit. I would not think that it could cut through an apple, but I don't give them apples to cut, so there we are. The Italian bread on the left there is for my son's peanut butter and jelly sandwiches that he tends to live off of at lunchtime. Especially when we're packing meals, it's easy just to make peanut butter and jelly. I'm thinking about trying a new method this time. I'm thinking about making 5 or 6 at a time and sticking them in the freezer. And that way when I'm packing lunches, if we are going to be somewhere, like let's say I'm meeting a girlfriend and her 2 kids at the museum this Friday, all I have to do is go in the freezer, grab one of the packages of frozen peanut butter and jelly, throw it in his lunchbox, and he's good to go without me having to make peanut butter and jelly that morning. Hot dog buns were on sale this week for 85 cents. It's down from 99 cents. They're about 3 points each. Tonight we're having brats and hot dogs. As you can recall from my last haul video, we go through a lot of chicken sausage. I've been putting it actually in my Felicia combo breakfasts in the morning too, just to kind of be more mindful of using what we have instead of buying more bacon. I just use some of the chicken sausages that we have, and the smoked Gouda chicken sausage is actually delightful in my Felicia combo. Tonight we're also having those chicken sausages for dinner, so I needed to pick up a pack of hot dog buns. Speaking of things being on sale, the boxes of penne rigatto and rotini. There are also like bow tie pastas and tri-colored rotini were on sale this week. They're on sale for 79 cents per box instead of 99 cents. And that's wonderful for my daughter who lives on noodles and olive oil and Parmesan cheese. The uncured turkey franks are for the kids for tonight. They do not prefer the chicken sausage that we are having. And so I find this is a nice alternative where it is not a whole bunch of unnamed meats. It's not even beef, it's just turkey, and there's no nitrates or nitrites. My husband requested chicken wings for this weekend. We just got a new air fryer, and so he's going to be experimenting with a chicken wing recipe. I will not partake because the chicken wing sauce is, of course, butter and hot sauce. Although I love hot sauce, butter is not something that is on my plan for eating better. for eating well, so I will probably make myself 0-point chicken tenders in the crock pot, in one of our little crock pots. And that consists of some powdered ranch mix and hot sauce, and being in the small crock pot for an hour to an hour and a half, and then shredding it. And then it makes a really yummy 0-point buffalo chicken shred that I can put on salads, I can put it on a sandwich, whatever I'd like. I could put it on nachos, who knows, maybe I'll get really crazy. I also have our turkey sticks that we always have on hand. They're a point per piece, but remember, if you have 3, it is 4 points. We also have a mozzarella ball. We make pizzas once a week, and my husband thought it might be fun to kind of have this fresh mozzarella, tomatoes from our tomato plant outside, and I bought him a little pesto because I thought maybe he'd like pesto with his cheese ball pizza instead of regular pizza sauce that we have in the freezer. We only use half a can of pizza sauce at a time, and so I just freeze the other in a Ziploc bag and keep it flat. That way it's easy to store for the next time we need a little bit of pizza sauce. These Parmesan Crisps are obviously something that my daughter and I broke into on the way home. I was a little afraid to clock their value on WW, but it turns out 12 of these crisps are 3 points on WW, which I think is very affordable. So even adding 3 or 4 to your salad might just be a point or 0. I like to kind of play with portion sizes to see how many I can get for a point or how many I can get for 0 points. So this might be something that ends up creeping into my 0-point trail mix also. We needed hot sauce. We ran out, so we got the Berman's hot sauce. It does not really compare to Red Hot, but it doesn't really make a difference to us. It tastes slightly different. It's more vinegary than Red Hot, but we still enjoy it, and it's still worth paying half the price of Red Hot for Berman's hot sauce. We also have marinara sauce. We were making homemade noodles on Friday, and so I got some marinara sauce. We're having homemade potato fries in the air fryer a couple times this week, once tonight with our brats and hot dogs, and once another night. So I bought a bag of yellow potatoes. To me, yellow potatoes just cut nicer. I don't like peeling potatoes, so I don't often get russet because I like cooking the potatoes with the peel on, and I just don't feel like the russet potato peel is as yummy when it is air fried or roasted. When it's baked, sure, I will have a russet potato. Love it, love the peel. But when I'm roasting or air frying potatoes, I like the yellow potato peel better. And it's easier for us as a family of 4, 2 young ones and 2 adults. It's easier for us to get through a 5-pound bag of yellow potatoes rather than a 10-pound bag of russet. So here was our Aldi haul for today. The total was $81.19. Please comment below if you have any questions about our meal plan. I'll try to shoot a shot of our meal plan and add it here too. I hope you're having a lovely week, and we'll see you next Wednesday. As I was putting things away, I remembered something that maybe I thought I'd share with you, and that is that when I'm putting my produce away, I usually try to open every package. So I had already mentioned the mushrooms that I take the plastic off. I take the cucumbers out of their package. Just to keep them together, I'm going to keep these in the bag, but the Brussels sprout bag I opened just so they get air and no moisture gets trapped in the plastic. With the romaine, I'm actually doing something that I learned from someone on Instagram that I follow named Dominique. Her Instagram is Mama K and the Boys. She mentioned one time that she puts paper towels in her salad to help wick the moisture away and help keep those leaves nice and fresh until you can finish the whole container. And I've been doing it ever since. And I'll tell you, Dominique, if you're watching this, that has saved so much salad in our house, because I'm even able to get through, when I buy the big container of mixed greens, I'm able to get through the whole thing within the week without it going bad because of extra moisture. So she taught me that you put a towel on top, you close it, and then you store it upside down. I even do that with my romaine, and just like I've been saying, I keep it open so that the air can get inside, so no moisture gets trapped and makes your produce go bad. I do the same for my fruit, and I know I've got like fruit and vegetables mixed up here. Like, don't panic, like I think it's okay. But I've got my squash out of the package, out of the plastic. I've got my peppers out of the plastic and my peaches out of the plastic, just kind of hanging out in the crisper. And that's where they sit. And this is where everything goes in my fridge. And it's nice and clean again because I took out all the dirty leftovers, except for one. We made this last night, and I think Ryan at least is going to have that. This is the lightened up mac and cheese, the WW Pound Dropper recipe. He's gonna have that tonight with his brat, and I'm gonna have a salad. Anyhow, just another tip that I thought of while I was putting away groceries.